Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer PC game review video. I haven't done one of these for a fucking long time. And let's face it, I haven't exactly chosen one of the most up-to-date of titles for this one. But then I made it clear from the start of doing this particular playlist that it wasn't just going to be newly released games. For one thing, I don't buy enough to make that viable. So this is Unreal, and surely this game does not need any introduction. This was released in 1989. No, it wasn't. It was 1998, and I can't remember who published it. Now this is one of the first PC games I bought. When I got my first PC in '98, I had a few games that came with it. Well, that I bought along with the actual PC itself. And then after that lot, about a week later, I bought 3 other games, which were Pod, or Pod Gold, which I've already reviewed, Half-Life, and let's face it, if I'm reviewing this, I may well end up reviewing Half-Life, and this. So, well, let's get a game underway. I have a few save points which I can use to show various stages. Let's start at the beginning then. So no, this isn't the beginning. So let's start a completely new game. So you are prisoner 849, or is it 842? One of those. And you are on the ship, the Vortex Rikers.
849, escaping.
There you go, 849. And the first thing that you are aware of is that you are able to get out of your cell. And you can hear a number of explosions. And the whole place is shaking around. So we grabbed this, which is the translator. This will then show us any particular messages. You may have spotted why I've put the webcam at the top centre there, because the various icons and messages are all in each of the corners. So I need to make sure that I can see everything, or you can see everything. So grab the flare. We need those. The door doesn't open.
Prisoners 47 escaping.
So more prisoners escaping. Just briefly saw there a humanoid shape in the distance, but it has since disappeared.
You have entered a restricted area.
Now I hope the audio can be heard, because I have had to lower the volume a hell of a lot, otherwise the narration could barely be heard. So right, try and hit the button, there we go, and grab the Kevlar suit. Still in the med bay. So we'll grab the health pack. So we're now up to 57 health. Now you may notice the game is a bit on the dark side. Unfortunately I can't adjust the lighting. It appears using DirectX means that the lighting stays as it is. So there are more messages that are all floating around at the moment. What they're basically all saying is that the ship has entered the gravitational pull of a nearby planet, and it can't get away, and it ends up crash landing on the surface. Indeed, that is where we are. We're on the surface of the planet, and yeah, we have crashed here. Here, a few survivors, which have now all been killed. So as the door finally opens, there is the scar. That is the enemy creature there. So we grab our first weapon, the dispersion pistol. All weapons have 2 fire modes. I don't think, yeah, there's no message here. This bloke has been ripped in half. Now if you needed any more health, there's another one there, but we are fine now for health. 100 is maximum unless you grab a super health pack. So this is telling us it's just telling us more that it's approaching the planet's surface. They can't do anything to stop it. So get on the lift, it takes us up. Through here, another message. Yep, anyway, so it's saying that it crashed, so we break the glass, that opens that hatch. That was where the that save game I loaded was. So here we are then, the start of the second stage. And what we have here is the moment that I realised just how much 32-bit gaming was going to bring compared to the 8-bit and 16-bit gaming that I was used to at the time. When we left here and just saw the sheer scale of the area that we are in. And back in the day, this just absolutely blew me away, and yet there was more to come. So we head over, get some more messages from the people laying on the ground here. If you want to read that, you can pause the game, but come on, you know what it says by now, surely. So grab the second weapon, the auto mag. I'm not even going to bother reading the other messages now. So a couple more flares, some more ammo for that. So here, grab some more ammo. So we're up to 100 ammo for this. I think it can have a maximum of 200. I don't think there is anything in the pool. So that is as far as we can go in that direction. So there is our ship that has crashed. And this is the view that just absolutely just left me stunned. I dare say there are plenty of people who are watching this and for whom 1998 is an era of ancient history, and they're probably looking at this thinking, wow, those graphics are really shit. No, they ain't. So I just thought that looked fucking amazing back in the day when I first saw it, and I still think they do. So destroying that, there's a another health pack, but I don't need it. These plants, you don't know it yet, but yeah, it's if you take those, they will heal you for 30 health. Let's see if there's anything here. More ammo for my auto mag. That door is currently sealed. And someone else has just been killed then by this cunt here. So we'll try taking him out, but there's another one who's out here by this gate, which is now opened. So let's just see if there is anything in those crates. Nope. Right, let's have a look down here. Another flare. Called a lift. Now, although first-person shooters were not new in '98, I mean, we'd already had Doom and there were quite a few first-person shooters for the Amiga, but none of them had been on this sort of scale. And here we are now at the bottom of the waterfall. Now you can jump in the water there, but I can't remember how you get out of it again. It's certainly not a particularly good idea to jump in there. I think you do survive it, but you find yourself stuck there and there is nothing you can do. Now this here, that is a gnarly. And he is a native of the planet we are on. The planet we are on is called Napali. And the gnarly have been basically enslaved by the Scar and their various sort of like cohorts. Standing right in front of where that thing fires is not a particularly good idea, but right, we're now in quite a dark area. I need to use the flashlight, as it insists on calling it. It's a torch. Turn that off. Now, a few bits and pieces around here. This is a sort of secret area. Shards, which we will need eventually, but not right now, because we don't have the particular weapon that uses it. So let's try and get our way up here, grab the health pack, grab the flare, grab the assault vest. So now we are doing quite nicely for oh bollocks, health bonuses and armour bonuses. So we just talk you briefly then through the on-screen display. Oh bollocks. Oh, I can't be fucking bothered. Right, now. Where's the fucking way out of here? not that way. Must be this way. Okay, so it's carrying on through this area up to here. I can't remember now how we activate this ramp that will take us down there. Fuck it, let's just jump down. More ammunition for there. Right. Let's I think we can now bugger off out of here. If I fucking remember the way out. When you're going through tunnels and through mines and everything else, that is where being unable to change the brightness or the gamma is a bit of a problem. Anyway, yes, as I was saying, let's talk you through the display then. So in the top left, it has, like, if you've got any armoured parts, it shows you what they are and what their values are. So yeah, we have 167 of armour, which is not bad going. More of those plants, which are not really any use to us. Bottom left is your health, which is currently at 100. The highest it can be is 200, but you have to get a super health pack to get that. Then in the bottom right is it shows you your weapon and the ammunition for said weapon. At the moment I can only choose between these two. And then in the top right, it's usable items. So if you've seen me use the flashlight. Then there's the flare, and I have 10 of them. You just use them, and it illuminates the area for a bit until it runs out, and then you have to use another one. And then we have the translator, which is where we get all those messages from. Now later on you will find things like jump boots, force fields, energy enhancers, so yeah, there's plenty of usable stuff to pick up. So anyway, that is the first area. Now we get on to the next area, which I also thought was quite impressive, and I think everybody was quite impressed by this when they first saw it. So we need to travel down on this, or travel up on this lift. I hope I've gone the right way. No, I haven't. I've gone the wrong way, so alright. Now we're stuck behind a force field. We need to deactivate the force field. This runs through 3 dead bodies in this area. Doesn't inspire a great deal of confidence. There's another one of those fuckers that keeps spitting those spikes at you, so we'll get rid of him before he can even start. So right, we've got a force field built. So now we are at 209 armour. You can also see that our health is at 199. So we are doing okay. So we check the message here. Power source 1 status is active for the force field. And here power source 2 is also active. And we have these 2 buttons. So we'll press 1 and we'll press 2. Now, source 2 status is inactive, and power source 1 status is inactive. So we've switched off the force field. So now we want to head back to where that force field was. That doesn't look very promising. And now in complete silence, all the lights are going out. And it really is complete darkness. And behind us is our first close encounters with a Scar. Now that we've dealt with him, those barriers that appeared have gone. That's handy. 2 more flares after that one we used. And now we can get out of here. And I, like everyone else at the time, thought that was really well done. The atmosphere from the gradual lights going out, and of course the fact that the music completely stops, because usually music is playing throughout. So when the music stops and the lights go out, you do get the very distinct impression something big is about to happen here. So, right, force field control area. Well, don't need to worry about that now. Force field is down. So that is another highlight area. Let's load up another one then. Sacred Passage. This is another one of those areas where, again, the environment that it generates, I just think looks fantastic. So you have these ruins. These are gnarly ruins. But also, you know, again with the skies, the water, and that very sort of peaceful sound, you know, with the insects or whatever, and even the music is somewhat peaceful. I just think it generates a great atmosphere, which sort of lulls you into a false sense of security, although, you know, you'd be more than a little naive to assume that that means you're in a safe area. And for one thing, you heard the growl of another creature, an enemy creature, within the walls of the ruins here. So yeah, I just really like how it looks. I really like the atmosphere that it generates. Now, I'm not going to reveal how you get into there. Let's just go on to... This is as far as I have got in this playthrough, because it has been a while since I last played this, and I now can't remember which way to go. So I'm in, I think it's some sort of base that the Scar have built up as part of their like occupying force on Napoli. I think I have done everything that I need to up here. So I do have to make my way back down, but I cannot remember how to get back down again. So let's get on with the review. The graphics, I think, are fantastic. They really do generate a great atmosphere, and back in the day when I first got this, I had never seen graphics like this before. You know, graphics of this sort of quality. And also the sheer size and scale of this entire area is just enormous, and I've never seen anything like it. So yeah, graphically the game blew me away back in the day, and I'm still every bit as impressed with it now as I was then. In terms of audio, it's the same story. The audio I think is superb. You know, whether it's the music, I think the music is great. I think oh, bollocks. It's going to take me back up there. Right, let's get back on this again then. Okay, there you go. So you got to see that weapon, which is this thing here. Flak shell I need. I now have armor back up. Now this thing here, which I ignored when I first came up here, is a power up for the dispersion pistol. So now it fires an even more powerful shot. Those two things are flak shells, which I also need. The flak gun, so yeah, this is the weapon I like to use most often. It's also the weapon that goes through ammo, well, it's not the quickest, but it does go through ammo at one hell of a rate. Right, I don't know if I can... that. Doesn't look like there's anything else around here. Right. So, does that mean I now just have to go back to when I came? So it doesn't help that I haven't played this game for so fucking long that I don't know which way to go. Okay, don't need any more Terranium shells. Well, I guess I do have to go back down the way I came. Picture this taking me anywhere new. No, it's just taking me straight back up here. And then right, so graphics and audio covered. So audio, the music and the sound effects are both, you know, superb. Then the gameplay, I mean the gameplay, you have all the freedom that you would expect from a first-person shooter. It plays very fast, very smooth. It's just, it is a great first-person shooter game. It's as simple as that. But then again, say this is not exactly the most recent title. Everyone knows this game is great. You know, there's no getting away from it. The game is superb. So frankly, I'll be amazed if there is anyone watching this who has not played this before. Well, it looks like I have to go back to the control centre, which I didn't have access to, but I think I might have it now. It's not over here. Yeah, this is the actual way out of this particular level, but I've got to get back to the control room before I can do that. I wish I could remember. Literally, doesn't swimming have something to do with it? Yes, I just thought about that. Out there, but I'm going to turn off that and that. That should have had some effect. There we go. That's why I like the flat gun, because I can do that sort of damage easily. Now I can just maneuver this. Oh, that's a new weapon, the bio rifle. I don't think I have any ammo for it. Oh yes I do. Okay, so the health pack there. Don't think I can do anything from there. That was the control center, I believe, which is no longer locked. So now I've got to get back up to that top area, and I have to remember how I did that. How did I get up there? Yeah, it's not like I did it that long ago, but I can't remember how to. Oh well, I'm sure I will find a way eventually. Oh, fuck you. This weapon here, you do get a target lock. I came from here, so there must be something around here then. Or maybe not. I'll have that though. And that. More ammunition for that. Okay, let's head back up. I think I've given myself permission to leave, because that was the control room and I flicked those two switches. Yeah, I don't need a... No, wrong way. Is this the right way? That doesn't sound promising. Oh, there you go, access granted. And we've got one of these trucks here. Really shitty weapon, yeah. Gunge. I think we are very close to the end of the level. It looks like it's just lit up an area. That's where I just came from, isn't it? No. thought there might be some ammo around here. I know there was some. I was supposed to have actually done the review by now, wasn't I? So yeah, it's going well. So I'm out of fucking flat shells. Fuck yeah, let's just get out of here. So here we are at Nork's Elbow. Now this is another area where if I can survive long enough, there is some really great scenery. Okay, ran away. I think he was killed. Yeah. Now let's just... Yeah, there's nothing here. There's another enemy. Now this isn't a Scarred, but he's like a soldier who fights for them. Alright, let's use a fucking flare so I can at least see where I am. It looks like I'm in some sort of stable. There's a crucified gnarly. I think there are only the two houses to begin with. That is an energy amplifier. Oh no, it's not a force field. So I already had one. That's the energy amplifier there. I will need that later on. Time. We use that again. Doesn't look like there is anything else in here though. No. So another nice outdoor environment. But I have a lot further to go. Looks like I'm sort of heading in the right direction. Yes. So, I mean, well, I've covered gameplay, I've covered graphics, I've covered audio. You certainly got the idea by now, surely, that I am a big fan of this. It's between this and the first Half-Life game as to what is the best first-person shooter, in my opinion, before anyone comes along and says, oh no, there are other fucking first-person shooter games that are better than this. Yeah, fucking, yeah, alright, you can think that. I don't agree. Fucking sue me. So what do I rate it? I would score this... I didn't realise the drawbridge came down as I approached. That's quite handy. Ah, he's the one who's let me in. Don't need any of those. Now I'm pretty sure, yeah, I can't go through the main gates. Yes, the Gnarly, if you read the various sort of translated messages that you stumble across, they seem to think that you are some chosen one who has come to free them from their invaders, who are of course the Scar. I shall save my game here. Whereas in fact you are of course just a prisoner who is being transported to, well, a prison colony. Okay, we're going to be going back. That's the main gateway, which we can't get through. And this is the secondary gateway, which again we can't leave. This is the main courtyard. That seems like a good place to save it. Now I do emphasise that yes, you are meant to be a prisoner who is being transported to a penal colony. Because if you play the expansion to this, and because with this version that I'm reviewing being Unreal Gold, I do also have the expansion, which is Return to Napoli. Yeah. Let's just say that considering you are supposed to be a prisoner and you've committed some crime that is so bad that you are being transported from Earth to a prison planet, you really do sound like a fucking pussy. I might review the expansion, but it really doesn't add anything to this. And like I say, it just makes your particular character, who you are, sound like a fucking pathetic fucking streak of piss. So yeah, it doesn't do the game many favours. But the original Unreal is fantastic. I will score it 9 out of 10. And I highly recommend that, you know, if you are one of the half dozen people in the world who has never played this, I strongly advise that you do so, because it's fucking great. Right, that brings this review to an end, and we will see you in the next one.